Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to see what happens when you date modern women.
You act like I don't even exist. Like, why do I have to always text you first and call you first? Like, why can't you start?
These days there's dudes getting facials, manicured, waxed, and Botox.
I know this is funny, guys, but it's also very true. Men are getting more feminine. More and more feminine.
I love you more than anything. Can we get a simp chat?
Simp.
Simp.
What is your dating range lately?
31 to coffin.
Realizing while driving to see him that I don't feel happy or excited about it anymore. That's the problem, guys. Women change how they feel about you every day, or not only about you, about everything. So keep that in mind, guys. When he knows he's on a roster, so he sends you flowers at work to ensure he's taking home the W and sliding into first place. This is the problem, guys. Those are the simps that I'm talking about in my videos. Those are the simps that will allow a woman to have a roster and make TikToks about it and still compete and do whatever they want just so he can get in front. Just so he can get cheated in the future or have his heart broken. Don't be like this, guys. Please don't be like this. Roster boy. Did you see that, guys? Let me just rewind. Roster boy. Roster boy.
Everyone's always like, oh my god, after my breakup I blocked him, I unfollowed him on Instagram, I deleted his Snapchat. After my breakup, I paid a witch $70 to banish him from my life forever.
I don't even know what to say, guys. So she paid a witch. These are the kinds of women that also believe in astrology and vibes and chakra and the alignment of the stars. Just run, guys. Run from women like this.
To put girls on her phone while you're hanging out with her, do this. Hey, it seems like maybe you got something going on you got to take care of. All good, but after that, can you put your phone away so we can just hang out?
After you say this, a girl is going to respond in one of two ways. Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'll completely put it away.
Or she might do this.
Are you kidding me? I'm texting my mom. It's not even that big a deal. Like, you need to relax.
Oh, okay. I mean, if that's how you feel, honestly, I don't think this is going to be a good fit.
I'm not as polite as him, but that's true. You should just leave. It's not worth it.
So, I wish you the best.
It's open.
Get in.
I don't go out with guys who don't open the door for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
One thing about me is I have game. I know how to get a man. It's like my thing. Ask my therapist. Because I've had multiple in my life.
So she had multiple therapists, guys. That's a big red flag. That I don't know what kind of man she attracts, but you should run. Just because of that.
Listen. Stop going to the hole-in-the-wall bar and the clubs. It's so annoying. Stop. Like, you guys are so pretty. And you guys are just, you're letting these men tap it. And I can't let it happen anymore. Stop. Start going out.
I'm sure that she did the same in her 20s. I'm positively sure about that. Because if not, she wouldn't be single right now.
To hotel bars, restaurant bars, just sit there with a girlfriend and go during happy hour times. The guys that are going out like late at night, they expect to take you home and they're just kind of different men. They're also like not busy enough. Like, why are you at the club? Shouldn't you be like studying or some shit? Shouldn't you be working? A man that's at happy hour is successful. The guys that are out late, it's always like,
This type of guy doesn't chase women, and I'll tell you why.
There is only one reason why men don't chase women. Either they're MGTOW or they know they have lots of women so they don't have to chase because lots of women are after him. That's the only two reasons, guys.
Number one, if he's really this type of guy, he probably don't have an issue with women. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, when a man is secure and he's confident and he's good being by himself.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people try to fill up the space because they don't like being alone. This type of guy don't struggle with being alone.
Yeah, and he doesn't feel the need to chase women. And if he's successful, women see that and women start chasing him.
So he don't need you. He wants you, but he don't need you. And because he doesn't need you, he ain't gonna chase you.
Yeah, and that's the problem. They think they see men like that and they start doing the same. But men and women are very different. What they find attractive in a man like that, we don't find attractive in women.
Which, to be honest with you,
because you all heard the phrase, we don't need no man. Well, we don't want women that don't need us.
I think is a strength, because you don't want a man that needs someone who just doesn't.
Yeah, because you want an independent man, but we don't want independent women.
Like being alone, so they'll take anybody just to fill in the space. That's not the kind of guy you actually want. You want a guy that's okay being alone, because if you're in his space or he wants you around, you know he genuinely wants you around. It's not just to have somebody there or to fill in the blank.
If a man ever tells you that he likes you, just ask him why. Because in reality, not that many men actually like you.
True, that's very true, and that's the problem with women, with most women. Just because you get likes on Instagram doesn't mean that that guy or that 100 men want to marry you. They just want to tap, and that's it.
Maybe like they like your face, but not that many men actually like you. Just ask him why and watch him. Malfunction. Watch him malfunction and then go on with your day.
Ladies, this behavior is why you attract men who only want to use you.
I saw this video on here the other day, and this girl was giving advice to women. Her advice was literally led with the notion of if you want to make a man jealous. Now hear me out. She says, send the man a text saying that you're with friends right now, and then you go the whole day through the night and you don't text him at all, and then when you wake.
Yeah, that works, guys. But that works only to a type of guy. If he's a high value man that has a lot of options, he doesn't care. He sees that as a red flag and he moves on. The kind of men that she's talking about are simps.
Wake up in the morning, you just say, oh, I was busy, blah, blah, blah. That man is not going to end up thinking, I wish I was with her the whole time. That's not how men think. All you did was make him think that you're for the streets.
Yeah.
So if you want to get used, yeah, follow her advice. If you don't, follow mine. Not for real though.
This is how to make her nervous and give her butterflies. Ladies, confirm or deny in the comments, and the rest of you,
I'm really interested to see what she's saying.
listen up. Number 1. I've said it once and I will say it again. Eye contact. Bro, stare into her soul and make sure you are the last one to look away.
Okay, just stare into her soul, guys. So let me just do this. Is it working? Is it working? Are you mesmerized yet? Yeah. Know what the difference is, guys? The difference between this working and not working depends on how much the girl likes you. That's all.
But if you want to take it one step further, do this thing. While she's...
Don't listen to her advice. Listen to mine. The only difference between this working and not working is how attracted she is to you. That's why I tell you guys, don't buy courses on how to get dates, because what works for me may not work for you. I may just go to a girl and say hey, and I will take her home with me that night because she really likes me, and another girl, she doesn't care about me, and no matter what I say or do will work. It's the same with you. That's why I will never make a course on how to get women, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. What works for me may not work for you, so please don't buy that crap.
Impeccable Riz. Number 2. Bring up what your first impression of her was. And if you thought she was pretty, say something along the lines of,
You know, you're actually so different to what my first impression of you was. Like, obviously you're beautiful, but getting to know you, you've got so much about you, you're so cool.
So you have to lie to her. Okay.
I really like that about you. Immediately, she's going to be like, what was your first impression of me? And that will definitely make her nervous. But more importantly, because you complimented her, she's going to feel like she's won you over. Dubs in the chat. And last but not least, number 3, the triple threat. If a guy dresses good, smells good, and is a gentleman, like opens doors for you, is nice to hospitality.
Yes, they all want traditional men, but as I said it 1,000 times, they are no longer traditional women. So why should we be traditional men?
He walks on the closest.
But of course you can't bring out that topic because you will be called a misogynist. So don't talk about that, guys.
Side of the road. If we're not physically drooling, we definitely are mentally. This just massively elevates your game and makes us feel like we need to be on the top of ours.
All right, big sister here, and here are some dating tips you need to hear to be ready for 2023 because we're getting respect all year. First tip, we are demanding dates. Dates. If he wants your number, he can get it, but if he wants to see you, he needs to take you on a date, okay? No exceptions.
Believe me, guys, if a woman really likes you, you don't have to go on dates with her. Believe me.
In 2023, we will not be stressing about trying to find Mr. Right. We're going to let Mr. Right find us, okay? We're going to enjoy our summer. We're going to enjoy this year and trust the process. We are not answering the phone for any of those fuckboys that are going to call you this year because they see you doing good and you're on your shit and you're minding your business. And you know how guys are. They'll call you when you're doing good. We're not answering this year, okay? We're focused.
This year, but last year she answered. So this year now she's trying to change.
Focusing on us. And we're getting into the bag. Not only are we not answering the phone for fuckboys in 2023, but also your exes are fuckboys, okay? We're not answering for them either. I just had to put that in there just in case you didn't realize your...
So her exes and those bad boys, let's call them that, they could get it for free, but you have to take her on dates now. That's their logic.
Your ex-boyfriend was a fuckboy. Okay, good. Next tip is we are not changing for anybody in 2023, okay? If he doesn't like you or he doesn't like the things you do, next, okay?
Yeah, that's the same, guys. If you don't like a woman and you see red flags, don't try to change her. Just let it go. It's 100 times easier. Plus, you can't change somebody if they don't want to change. Believe me, I found that the hard way.
We are not living for a man. We are living for ourselves. And for the last tip, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but I feel like I still need to mention it because this was something I really struggled with when I was dating. We are not taking guys serious who don't want to commit. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, but guys won't tell you that they don't want to commit. They will lie. And you, if you like them enough, you will believe them. And you will just add another body count. But women don't understand that. I don't know how they don't understand that, but they don't.
What happened in his past life, what he's going through, what he has going on right now. When you get done figuring that out, come holla at me. But for right now, I gotta move on because I can't wait for you.
So I feel like a lot of people are always asking themselves, like, am I attracted to them or do I just like their attention and their validation? Well, I have a foolproof way of trying.
All women like attention and validation. Believe me, all women like that.
Trying to figure out if you're attracted to someone. This can work for any sexuality, any gender. Here we go. If the thought of them breathing heavily in your face, i.e. doing the dirty, is hot, you're attracted to them. If the thought of them breathing heavily in your face is disgusting, you're not.
They clearly don't understand men and how men think when they are horny. It's clear she doesn't understand men one bit.
Ladies, I want you to repost this, share it, duet it, stitch it. I don't care, but get the word out to all the other ladies. What we're not doing in 2023, we're not playing the last woman standing game anymore with these guys. It's not happening this year. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Where you sit in relationship limbo, waiting patiently while the man you desire is out gallivanting with back alley sallies and internet floozies, hoping that...
But then why did you get in a relationship with that guy if you don't like how he behaves, if you don't like how he acts? Why did you get in a relationship with him in the first place? I don't get it. Why people don't vet each other properly before getting in a relationship. A relationship is important. It will be a few months, a few years of your life. If you can't get along with that person, that few months or years will be hell for you. So why get in a relationship without vetting that person first? Really, really good. I don't get it.
One day he'll see your efforts and just settle for you. You don't want to be settled for. You don't want to sit hoping that his fantasy girl or the woman he actually wants doesn't come into his life and by default you win him. No.
That only happens if she is going for men that are higher in looks and status than her. That's the only way this will happen. Otherwise, men usually settle in some areas for the right woman.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that ever again. We're not options. We're not toys. We're not trophies. We're not your emotional punching bag. It's not happening, okay? If I'm not your first pick, your only chick, your forever...
That's how men feel, because 1 in 3 men, as we know it, are virgins or haven't had sex in a year. So who have the most options, men or women? She's talking about a high value man, that 10% of guys, 5% of guys, but that's not the majority of men. But of course she doesn't realize that because the rest are invisible to her.
+1 and your ride or die ass bitch, I don't want it. Get out of here. Out my face. Find somebody else to do it.
3 reasons why men don't find you attractive. And no, it isn't because you've got a spot. I got one there and I got one there. It isn't because your eyelashes aren't perfect because you know you haven't been buying that serum that extends them. I'm really tempted to buy, but my friend says it's rubbish. It is not because your butt isn't big enough. And it's not because your hair isn't long enough. The 3 main reasons why men don't find you attractive are: number 1, your testosterone is too high. Now, this is that masculine feminine energy, right? The science behind that is your testosterone's too high, you're in your masculine, and when your estrogen is high, you're in your feminine. It's basic biology. Men are not going to find women attractive who have high testosterone.
Men don't find women attractive in general if they are too masculine. They don't like that. Masculine men attract feminine women. Masculine men and masculine women don't work. Polar opposites attract. You all know this, guys.
Okay, let's rephrase that. Men will find you attractive, but the wrong kind of men. The man babies, the manipulators, the insecure men will find you attractive because they want nurturing, they want looking after, because they're in their feminine energy.
Men are getting more and more feminine. That's a big problem.
It's all about polarity. Reason number 2. Maybe men flirt with you and you get dates, but they don't stick around. And listen, ladies, I'm talking from experience here. I'm not just preaching at you. This is lessons I've learnt the hard way. I've then gone about researching this stuff to work out what is going on with me, okay? And now I'm sharing it with you. Your boundaries are too low. Your value does not lie between your legs. And although society makes us believe that guys want us more if we give it them sooner, this is scientifically...
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true.
Incorrect. The male...
Men have no problem with waiting. But it's a problem when men know that your ex or the other guy didn't have to wait. That's when men have a problem with it.
Male energy is the doing energy. And the female energy is boundaries. Is what's allowed and what isn't. And if you've got young boys or you've ever raised boys, you'll know exactly what I mean. Like they are constantly pushing and pushing and pushing and testing and testing and testing. And that doesn't stop when they turn into men. If they push on your boundary and it falls over straight away and they're allowed into the kingdom, yeah, great. They'll have a fun time. But then they don't want to stick around because men value what they have to earn. They want to earn you. Now, this is subconscious. He's not going to be like, hey, I want to earn you. It's all about subconsciousness.
Yeah, but if you know her past and she makes you wait, that's not good, guys. That's not good. That's why body count, that's one of the reasons why body count matters.
It's all about energy and pheromones. And the third reason, ladies, is because you have super low confidence, or even worse, are insecure. This comes down to energy. We attract like for like. If you're insecure, you're going to be attracting insecure men. The men who aren't insecure, who are up here, you're invisible to each other. Now, your testosterone's high, your boundaries are low, and your confidence is low due to poor attachment when you were a baby.